Hello, friends and viewers. Today we are traveling again to the Finger Lakes area in upstate New York, and the new destination is Canandaigua. First, we'll drive down on the Rochester Road to visit the Sonnenberg Gardens and Mansion. We need to hurry because it is closing at 4 p.m. After that, we'll go at leisure on the lakeshore to visit the Kershaw Park. Most of the visitors will jump into a golf cart and drive directly to the mansion. Despite being short on time, we decided not to rush, and we will start with the greenhouse, which is near the entrance. This video ended up longer than expected, so I've added chapters in the description below, and you can skip to the points of interest. As we walk toward the mansion, let's have a little bit of history. The property has been acquired in 1863 by Frederick Thompson and Mary Clark Thompson. Both were very well off. Frederick was a New York City banker, and Mary Clark Thompson was kind of New York State royalty, being the daughter of Myron Clark, Governor of New York State between 1855 and 1856. Not to mention that the Clark family are kind of local barons of Canandaigua. I guess they didn't need to get a mortgage for this property. But what is in the name? Sonnenberg in German means sunny hill, and the Thompsons decided to keep it. The original farmhouse was demolished and replaced with the mansion, not immediately, but 22 years later after purchase. A young architect at that time, Francis Allen, was called to the task of designing it. It took 2 years to be finished in 1887. A remodeling was done almost 15 years later, and you can guess who did it, no other than Francis Allen. This was his first major engagement. Francis Allen was designing mainly churches, but he left another mark in Canandaigua, the post office on Main Street. He died in 1931. The 40-room Sonnenberg mansion was built in Queen Anne style. The Queen Anne style represents in fact two distinct periods. The original style is from 1702 to 1714, and sometimes it is called the English Baroque. But there is also a revival style used almost 200 years later. In US, this was very popular between 1880 and 1910. So the young architect Francis Allen was using absolutely the latest fashion of that time for his rich client. However, a number of features makes this house comfortable and beautiful even by today's standards. If you visit it, just count the number of bathrooms and compare it with the ratio of bathrooms in the contemporary suburban house. But what is absolutely stunning is how this mansion facilitates both privacy and social space in the same time. And the views outside are breathtaking. Let's move now to the second floor. While the first floor represents the social life, the second floor is the private life of the Thompsons. The furniture may not be entirely original, or it may not be placed as it was initially. Furthermore, after Frederick's death in 1899, Mary moved to another master bedroom and did some changes. You don't need to take the stairs to connect with the action below. Let me take you now to my favorite room in the house. The star attraction here is the view over the Italian gardens. We are running out of time and we are rushing outside to get a glimpse at the gardens. The gardens had also a delayed inception, being built again some 20 years after the mansion and after Frederick Thompson passed away in 1899. The gardens you see today have been developed between 1903 and 1920, and it was another Boston architect involved, Ernest Bowditch. With only minutes to spare, we sprint toward the Japanese gardens. Mary Clark Thompson visited Japan in 1903, and under the influence of a trip to Kyoto, she decided to have a Japanese garden. In 1906, Kei Watamori and a team of 6 craftsmen from Japan tore down the apple orchard and started building an authentic Japanese garden. The tea house was built later on in 1908 by the same Kei Watamori and the team. And so, Mary had the first private Japanese garden in the United States. This is the moment when we have reached the deer park. I expected, like in Nara, Japan, to see tens of deer. But I guess in the COVID restrictions, they had to scale down to one very shy deer. The Kershaw Park is located on the northern tip of Canandaigua Lake. There is pretty much the same pattern as in Geneva, Auburn or Skaneateles. There is not much to be said, just enjoy the sunset, and after that, we go to party downtown Canandaigua. But wait, the night is still young.